Hello there. Welcome back to Story Garden. Very excited to see you on this episode. In this episode, I want to share something that all of us either have already experienced at some point of time in our lifetimes, or something for sure you will experience at some point of time, which is about feeling where we want to do something. Either we want to acquire a skill or a knowledge or do something that we are really passionate about but not able to do for some reason. For example, it could be a simple thing like, hey, you want to learn music, or you want to learn painting, or cultivate a art form, but somehow we are not able to do it. In spite of all our sincerity, sometimes we can't do it. Let me explain through a story of mine from my childhood what has helped me, or how I have overcome this problem or this block sometimes in life. So, as I said in my previous episodes, I acquired vision impairment by birth, and I went to a school for blind to study. And I had a wonderful teacher who taught us Braille. By the way, Braille is a script that visually impaired uses to read and write based on 6 dots. You can look up on internet and learn more about it. So the teacher, I really used to like this teacher. This teacher used to nicely teach us Braille and all that. But for some reason, I was not able to pick up Braille well. The teacher used to tell me, don't worry, you will pick up. It's just a matter of time. You will pick it up. And I was not doing well. I used to make a lot of mistakes in writing. And when I was reading, I was not reading full sentences and so on and so forth. One day she came and told us, in the class, hey, in a month's time, I would be leaving. And the teacher got a job somewhere else closer to her home. So she told us, she would be moving to that school. And, I spoke to her later on and said, teacher, how would I communicate with you? You are going away. And she said, why don't you write letters? And in those days, I'm sure even now it's available. You write a Braille letter and on the top of it, you say, free post for the blind, and then there's no even charge that time. So she said, why don't you write letters to me? We can communicate that way. And I think when she said, in my mind I was thinking, but I'm not good at Braille, what would I do? But to cut the long story, in a month's time, because I realized that there is a need for me to learn Braille, because I want to badly communicate with my teacher when she goes away from my school, I picked up enough to be able to write letters to her. And not that I became great or, flawless in writing Braille. No, I just picked enough to be able to communicate with her. Reflecting on this now, I realized what has really helped me to gain that skills of reading and writing in Braille is having a purpose. Till then, I was not too sure why I was learning Braille, because there are friends, there are family members reading out to me books, and the scribes writing exams for me. So I really did not see the need for me to, or have a purpose in my life to learn Braille. Similarly, as I said in my previous episodes again, I'm somebody who loves sports. In childhood, I wanted to be in the open grounds, play sport, different outdoor games. Even now, I feel that way. But, I was not a very good studious student, not scoring well and all that. Because I really did not enjoy reading and scoring marks and all that. But one thing that I noticed, my mother's efforts in reading books for me, constantly making sure that she finishes her work, all her household work, so that she can be more available for my reading and, to do my assignments and so on and so forth. And I saw that constantly she is doing that. For example, she stopped going to neighbor gatherings in the evening after all their work. People gather and chit chat. She stopped going to social gatherings, and she stopped even going to family functions sometimes, because she had to read things out to me. Then I said, hey, when my mother is putting so much of effort, at least for my mother's sake, I should do well in studies. That is what on my mind. And what I did to make my mother happy, I started doing well in studies. Eventually, I actually picked up very well, and I stood first in my intermediate exams at the state level. I did a HEC group, history, economics, civics, and I stood first in the state board of Andhra Pradesh. We used to call it intermediate in Andhra Pradesh. I think even now it's called intermediate. Why? Because I had a purpose. My purpose was to make my mom happy. I think from these two things, I think what I really learned now, reflecting on those two things, is we need to know why we are doing something. If you want to pick up a skill, you need to know why you want to pick up that skill. You need to have a burning reason for you to pick up that skill. Today, I work on an employment, livelihoods for persons with disability. My team and I, day in and out, day out, faces a lot of challenges because working on the livelihoods for persons with disability is not an easy job. Despite of all those things, I still come to office, I still go to work, my colleagues come to work with same renewed energy every single day, because we kind of realized what is the purpose of our hard work, why we need to put in this hard work. I think my learning from all this is, if you know why you are doing something, if you have purpose clearly in your mind, you will eventually do it. I'm sure listening to me, you would be wondering how knowing the purpose of doing something has changed you, how you do things, or how motivated you to pick up something new skill that you always wanted to pick up. Please do share your reflection on how purpose driven behavior has helped you, or how you have picked up something knowing purpose, or how now, if what is that you want to apply this learning to pick up a skill or do something, start doing something new. Please do share that in the comment section. Please like this video so that others can easily find it, and do subscribe to my channel Story Garden. And I'm eager to learn from you, eager to receive comments from you. Till I see you on the next episode, please have this habit of purpose driven behavior, and let's try and emulate. And I think all our blocks will go away if we know why we are doing something. Thank you.